Hi, I'm Sam Simmons. I'm the Balvenie ambassador on the East Coast of the USA. My friends call me Dr. Whiskey. My wife calls me Whiskey Crazy, and I'm a whiskey nerd, so I'm going to tell you a few things about the Balvenie. There are 100 single malt distilleries currently operating in Scotland, all using water, yeast, and barley, those three ingredients to make their spirit. And although all the spirits are created the same, not all the spirits are created equal. At the Balvenie, we're still a family-owned Scottish distillery, one of the last in Scotland. Now, all single malt Scotch whiskey, when it comes off the still, is completely clear. So all of the color and about 70% of the flavor comes from the barrels that we use. And we always use barrels that used to hold something else. Typically in barrels that used to hold bourbon, giving it a straw-like color, vanilla, oak, some citrus as well, burnt sugar, apples, things like that, things you would expect from a bourbon barrel. Or in barrels that used to hold sherry, yielding a much darker color and a very different array of flavors. Dried fruits, cloves and cinnamon, some chocolate, even some maple in there. So those two barrels, always a barrel that used to hold something else, is how we make our single malts. So from this, we get a dark brown spirit. And each release, each expression of single malt can be different. This year, David Stewart has released a new 17-year-old, and we have a new 17-year-old that comes out every year and has been doing so since 2001. We had the Isla cask, then we had the new wood expression, new oak, then we had sherry oak, which is extremely popular here in the USA. We had rum cask, and now we have Madeira cask. So the Balvenie 17-year-old Madeira cask spends 17 years first in barrels that are refill, that have already held Scotch whiskey, and then we put into barrels that used to hold Madeira, a fortified wine from the island of Madeira, similar to a port wine. So let's have a sip. Let's see how it smells. Fresh and fruity, quite lively actually. Sweet and honeyed. I know you're jealous because you can't smell that, can you? But it's a little bit of raisins, a nice core of chocolate, and honey, typical of the Balvenie. Marzipan or almonds as well. The strong core of oak. A little bit of Madeira taste too, which is typical because we're using a barrel that used to hold Madeira. All in there. That's what I'm enjoying. Slàinte mhath.